Hey, alright, so as we continue on with part C, which like I said before, is like the low C, is the biggest section in this book. There's a lot of parts that go into this whole front suspension piece. So what I've done is I've already gone ahead and I installed this block for the suspension and this link on the right side, and right now we're going to go through and install the left side. So let's get going on that. Oops, if we go the right direction it would help. Get it started with your fingers first. Grab your T-wrench and run it down with that. Okay, alright, so that's in. Now, I did the right side like I said. Now we're going to do the left side. Left side requires a bearing here and a bearing here. Alright, so we'll just push those into place, and they are a fairly tight fit, not as tight as some of the other pieces. Alright, so, and then just slide this over like so. Alright, then we have this nylock nut. This side does not seem to be cooperating. Maybe it's because it's upside down. Hey, there you go. Alright, that's better. Alright, so now we put the nylock nut on. Use our T-wrench again. Run this thing down. Now there's a little binding here, so we'll back it off a little bit because we want to be moving freely. And there you are, moving freely. Alright. So then we take this screw, put this in place. And run it down with the nut driver. Applying a little bit of pressure to get it started. Then after that, it'll take over on its own. Alright. Alright, so now this is not in the right spot, so we turn it a little bit. It looks like I may have put the wrong, see this piece right here? It's supposed to be in there. So with that, we're gonna have to take a needle nose pliers, pop that bad boy out of there, the correct one in. And these do not go in very easy, so alright, so that's in. Let's see how that fits in there now. Look at that, just like it's supposed to. Alright, so then we put this screw in. Like so. And this is the way it works. Alright. Not sure how it's going to work once the shocks are all in place, but you know, that's the way it works right now when it's all free. Alright. Okay, so left side's done. Now we need to go on to I skipped the part. Now we go on to putting the sway bar in. Yes, sway bar. And I haven't even opened that yet. I tried to prepare for this one best I could, but it didn't work out, I guess, obviously. Alright, so we have 3 to choose from, green being the firmest, and since I don't plan to do much rock crawling with this and more, you know, running hard, I'm going to go with the green. Alright, so with that, we have a bunch of other stuff. Alright, we have grub screws, or set screws, whatever you want to call them. And to find the right driver for it. That's not that one. Okay, dip it in some of the Loctite. Get it started into this piece right here. Okay, grab the other one, do the same thing. Alright. Okay. So I decided on doing the green, so we'll take that and get it started. That is if I don't lose everything. Okay, just like that. Alright, so I got this changed around so the sway bar is above the axles. That's the way it's supposed to be. I looked ahead at the picture and showed it that way. Makes more sense. And now that I got that accomplished, we can go ahead and finish up with these links for it. For the links, need to install something like this into the bottom of the arm right here. So let's get that put in. Alright, so got those in. These are the links for the sway bar right here. And one fits here, one fits there. Like that. Little ball joint. And on the other side, one fits there. Get back here. One fits there. Alright, so we'll just make sure that these grub screws are tight. They're Loctited into place because they're metal on metal. Okay, so those are tight. So that's how that's supposed to look. Alright? So there you are. I'm not really sure how well it'll work, but you know, we'll find out when we run it, right? Alright. So got that. We got our little bumper right here. That's supposed to go, looks like in the very front. And like right there. And a couple of these screws. Okay. Second one. Alright, so just like that. Okay? Alright, so we got that in place. Everything on this section is done. Alright, so next we have the front clip assembly, they call it. And that would be this piece right here. Alright, so For that, we have several things going on. One being this piece for the servo, and this piece for the servo, and they look to slide back and forth like this. And paying close orientation to the picture, make sure to get it the right direction. Get one started, then the other. I will say that there's enough screws in this thing, even though it, a lot of this is plastic, it ain't coming apart. Not without a lot of work. Okay, one down, two down. There we are. So here we are. Not really liking the way that's moving. Let's try a little bit of this. Pitch. The more drag on any of this stuff, the harder the servo is going to have to work. So that's the only reason why I'm having issues with some of this design. I really wanted this truck when when I first saw it, and I noticed that it's really popular, but like this here, I mean, there's binding points. I put like chain lube on here, and it didn't really make any difference, really. I mean, hopefully it frees up after a while. Alright, so now we got that in. Then we can put this piece on, right? At least that's the theory. Okay, so with that, having it facing the right direction, we have a couple button head screws, 5107s, which are kind of the short ones. Okay, there's one. Caught it. Hey, I caught it. Even though the pliers hit the ground. At least I caught the little teeny screw that I would have to try to find later. Alright. Okay, so that's in. Then there's a short countersunk screw. Goes in the middle. And voila, there you are. Okay, that piece is on. Now we have steering turnbuckles to put on. And keep in mind, I did put these all together off camera, but they will need to be adjusted. Okay. All right. So on one side, the left side, we have screw and a washer. Like so, and like so, going up into the bottom, like so. Slide this to one side so we can get a straight shot at it. Alright, got it started. Center down. Okay, and then there's the other side, and it looks like we use a nylock nut right here. Okay, another screw and washer. Okay, paying close attention to the orientation of the picture. This turnbuckle needs to be on top. And that only makes sense, you know, since the screw's on the bottom. Okay, there you are. There's one side. Still not liking that. I mean, that's just too much resistance. Anyway, I'm going to build it the way it is. With the few upgrades I do have, anything I need to do later, I'm going to find out, right? I mean, there must be a reason why it is the way that is. So I did find, you know, some upgrades that I should have done to the rock ray before I finished it, but I did not. I wanted to see how it performed, and I found out the reason why I felt I needed to upgrade. The steering was a big problem, especially if you're on really bumpy terrain. I mean, the servo saver works great a little bit too great because it's really hard to keep it in a straight line. So, alright, so this side's a little different. You can see it comes in from the back end there. But on the steering knuckle side, it's going to be the same. Okay. Just need to turn it a little bit. I'm not going to... y'all, if I forget, you guys can all remind me that I need to adjust all these turnbuckles when I'm done. If nothing lines up, well, that'd be my fault for not adjusting them. Maybe y'all can remind me. Okay, so nuts in here. One more screw. Not that one, this one. Washer. Okay. Okay, that's done. Right? Still seems like a lot going on. Kind of, doesn't it? You got this side sticking straight out, this one pretty much lined up. You straighten the wheel. I mean, they're fairly close, but most likely not close enough. So there'll be some fine-tuning and adjustments going on before we do anything. Alright? Okay. So now we can do the servo link. Some got missed. You know why this is not looking right? Because it's supposed to be down here. This is where the servo link ball goes. Alright, well that makes sense. So how many of you guys have done a build, not on video, screwed up and went, oh crap, oh wait, just a minute, I didn't do that right. Right? Well, at least I'm not ashamed to do it in public, I guess. It's just the way it is. Things happen, I tell you. Alright, so let's stick that where it belongs, on the bottom. It's not changing the way how I like the design though. Although it looks a little better now. Okay, now we put this ball for this servo link right here. Okay, and then we snap the link on, which I've already pre-built, which is tough, and it should be, because we sure as heck don't want them popping out of there. There we go. Alright. Alright. So, it's like this link most likely come across here like this. The servo will be over here. And we'll have to deal with all this damn drag There we go, lost another hub again. I don't know why I put those on. I was just following directions, you know? Alright, so there you are. Okay, we got the servo link on. This is the completed front clip, they call this. And now we're going to put the front clip on the rest. Okay, so introducing the rest. And as we put it together with the rest, let's just pay close attention to what we're doing, I guess. Tell me not to drop stuff, that'll help. Okay, so just like the Losi, putting this front piece together here, there's a lot of things going on. Like the front drive line right here needs to go in, along with screwing the bottom in place. So, and I almost made the mistake of completing that without thinking about that, and I thought I'd just turn the camera back on because of that. Alright, it's important, if anybody's doing this build, to know that all these things need to come together at once. Now, if I can get these 2 screws in, it'll be alright. Look at that, it had a screw already on there. Must have anticipated that. Now, if you've done either build, you will be able to see a lot of similarities between the Viterra twin hammers and the Rock Ray. Aside from the fact that the chassis on the twin hammers is nylon, or plastic, whatever you want to call it. A lot of the design is the same. The step up right here, I mean, same kind of design. On the Losi, it's a 2-piece unit where this part is aluminum and this is nylon. On the Viterra, it's all 1 piece, which can be good, I guess. You know, this seems to be a very strong and rigid type of nylon, so you know. Alright, so we got 2 of the screws in. Everything seems to be in place. Hopefully y'all can see that. Alright, the drive line's in place. Everything's up here. Only thing I'm going to have to do really is, when it comes to putting this together, I will need to most likely loosen up these bottom screws so I can pull this up and get these 2 screws right here, which I went ahead and jumped ahead and put the servo and ECU together already, and that I'll have to take that off in order to put these screws in here and in here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to take those out. Not a big thing, except I can't remember. So now we're free and clear. Okay, so now we're free and clear. I could put this screw in here and this screw in here, and it looks like it's going to take a couple button head screws. Most likely like these 2 bad boys right here. Alright. It's kind of a crucial part, and I'm glad that I caught this because, I mean, it's very integral to the rigidity of the whole rig. Without this, I mean, this brace does a lot. It does a lot more than you think. Especially if you go over a jump or whatever and you hit hard in the front and it wants to come up, and it's got to flex, right? So this will hold it from, keep it from flexing and give it more rigidity. Alright, so that's all in. Let's see what's next. Then we have a couple more screws on the bottom, and they will require thread lock. And they'll be the 5175s. They're kind of a short one, like so. Oh yeah, gotta love it when the grub screw just hits the ground running. Good thing for me, I caught that bad boy. Okay, this is going to require some thread lock, so put some of that on there. The only reason why is because this screw is going into aluminum. The other two screws on the bottom here went through the aluminum, but not into it. Alright, so both these are in place. They're tight but not over torqued because they are small. Alright, so we got that together. We're supposed to have a couple of these studs. A couple studs that are supposed to go in it, right here and over here. Okay, but I'm not seeing them, so where they are, I don't know. Maybe it's in the next part. What I'm saying the next part is rear end. Must be in another bag. That's all I could think. Because I don't see one. I'm not seeing one. Alright, so I either lost something or something. Looks like I already lost a pin. And my hex most likely hit the floor again.